This is Fighting for What's Right. I'm Pam Jones, here with personal injury attorney Barry Doyle. Barry, what is the process for actually selecting a jury?
In every courthouse, there is going to be a jury assembly room. And this is the room where people who have been called for jury duty that day wait to find out if they're going to have to actually go through the jury selection process. Once the judge is ready to begin the jury selection process, he'll have his clerk call down to the jury assembly room. Once the people are seated in the courtroom, the judge will come out, and most judges have some sort of a speech that they give before the actual jury selection process begins. And basically it's a little summary about what the case is about. It's also encouraging people to remember that the right to a jury trial is one of these rights that you're guaranteed in the Constitution. It's a right that not everyone has in other parts of the world. And the whole idea behind that is, of course, that it's designed to discourage people from really actively trying to dodge jury service. Once he's done with that speech, he will call a group of people to actually sit in the jury box, and the jury selection process begins.
So what happens once they're seated in the box?
Everyone will have filled out a jury questionnaire form, which has some basic information about them in terms of where they live, what they do for a living. And typically the judge will take the lead in asking questions about information that's on the form. After that, the Illinois Supreme Court rules give each side the right to actually question jurors, and how much questioning you're allowed to do with the jurors is going to depend on the judge. Some judges give you fairly wide latitude to ask a lot of questions. Some will give you only a very limited amount of time to ask questions of everybody in the jury box. From there, it's not a question of selection, but it's a question of deselection. And what I mean by that is this: as long as people have the basic qualifications to sit on a jury, you have to have them removed from the jury as part of the jury selection process, and that's why it's deselection instead of selection.
Okay.
Basically, there's two ways to get people off a jury: a challenge for cause, and then there's what's called a peremptory challenge. A challenge for cause basically says that the person has said something during the jury selection process which really indicates that they can't be fair to you, that this is somebody who's going to be hostile to your case. Those challenges for cause are made, and hopefully those people are removed from the jury. But if the judge decides that he's not going to remove them from the jury, then you have what's called a peremptory challenge, which basically is you can remove these people for really no reason at all. And really the only limitation on your ability to remove somebody from a jury is that you can't use race as a reason for removing someone. Mm-hmm. So if somebody gives you a bad feeling for whatever reason, how they looked at you, how they said something to you, whatever it is they said, but the judge didn't think it amounted to challenge for cause, then you get that peremptory challenge to get them taken off the jury. And hopefully when it's all said and done, you're going to have 12 people sitting in your jury who you think you can persuade.
Okay. And how many peremptory challenges?
It starts at 5, and then it goes up by 2 for each additional defendant in the case.
Thanks, Barry. This is Fighting for What's Right with personal injury attorney Barry Doyle. For more information, visit our website at www.fightingforwhat'sright.com.